didn't see nothing of that. You didn't see none of that. You see none of that. You hear me? None. None of it. Bully. But on other words, hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy King Fandom coming with another Smite God, and today we'll be doing a very special request from my boy Chef Riggs in the chat. Being supportive as always. He's my brother in real life, like my actual brother, like the same mom. And he told me he wants me to do an Agni build for him, and I will put through. Now, the reason why I did kind of hold off on it, because I could have made it right away, but Season 3 just now came out on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, so I wanted to wait for you guys to get the update and play a little bit and get the hang of it before I tell you guys the builds, so you guys will understand it more. And one more thing about PlayStation 4, I actually have some beta codes to give away. I will be giving those out soon in a later video, hopefully a video later this week. Yeah, I have a decent amount. I would love for you guys to be able to play, check out Smite, because Smite's the greatest game ever. And I want you guys just to be able to enjoy it. Alright, so getting into the build with Agni. First thing, you always want to have the Swagni skin. Because if you have the Swagni skin, you get plus 1 million damage in all your abilities. Your abilities automatically one-shot everybody just by using... oh, dying. And you also have to make sure you have the voice pack. Yeah, I got a black skin in here. Alright. But in all seriousness, let's get to the build here. Alright, now Agni is a mid lane mage, so the proper start... Okay. The proper start nowadays is going to be Vampiric Shroud. And what's it called? And Lost Artifact. That is the standard build when it comes to items, and you're going to have a couple potions. You're going to have one of each. Now, you can use this on any map. I mostly always talk about Conquest, but this is for you, Michael. I do know you play a crap ton of Joust and Arena. You can still do this in Arena, but just minus like the pots. Well, I mean, you can still get the pots anyway, but this will work in Arena. But instead of getting Lost Artifact, you can actually just get a power potion, which looks like this. You can get that instead of the Lost Artifact if you want, just to give you some more power early on. But it's up to you. But like I said, this is mostly Conquest. So first time you always want to get is as long as you're even or ahead, you're going to want to get Doom Orbs, so you can get Doom Orb stacks. Basically, this gives you 200 power once you get fully stacked, 50 stacks by killing minions and gods. And you lose half of the stacks when you die, which is unfortunate, but that's per item. People have a problem with this item, but they seem to not understand this is a snowball item. This is an item if you want to snowball. If you do not die, this item is amazing. If you die, this item is legitly crap. When people finally understand that, they will stop complaining about it. But people fail to understand it because people are ignorant. Next thing I usually... Oh my god, that's annoying. Next thing I usually get... Magi boots. Boots of the Magi, whatever the flat pack they're called. Pin boots. That's what everyone usually calls them, pin boots. Gives you a good amount of magical power. It gives you 45, which is pretty cool in your... as long as you're getting your movement speed, as well as you get 10 physical... Hold on. Cut. Line. Alright, thank you. You get 10 magical penetration early, which is actually pretty good, because penetration kinda got busted in one of the latest patches. Now, for Xbox and PlayStation, I don't know what current patch you guys are actually on. I know you are just now getting Season 3, but I don't know what specific patch you're on, because we're PC's on 3.3, where on 3.2, I believe, Spear the Magus got nerfed, which this was the go-to penetration item here. It used to get flat plus percentage penetration. It only gets flat, so it is not the best penetration item anymore. If you are on 3.1 if you're on 3.1, you can get Spare the Magus, but if you're on 3.2 or 3.3, you will get a different penetration item, which we will show you later. The next thing I like to continue this huge power, because in the end game I'm trying to one-shot somebody. When it gets to like when everyone's over 20, I'm trying to delete a target. So I here get Book of Thoth. I'll go ahead and build these items. I really like getting Book of Thoth here because Book of Thoth, it instantly becomes a good item because it gives you power based on your mana. And now you already have plenty of mana at this point, so you'll get a decent chunk of power from that, and then you will continue to stack it up, which is pretty cool. And plus you get 100 flat magic power, which is pretty cool as well. Now here's where you're going to get your penetration. The penetration options are kind of awkward now, and usually in this situation I'm getting a Obsidian Shard. Obsidian Shard is the best penetration item you can get right now. Gives you the highest amount of DPS you can, but there still are other options. You can get Spirit Isolation because it gives you 120 flat magical power, which is pretty insane, but it only gives you 20 magical penetration, which if the enemy team does not build a lot of magical protections, you actually can get this and you'll be able to literally blow up everybody. But generally you're going to have a warrior that's building magical defense or have some magical defense to where you're going to have to get a Sin Shard, and you're also going to have the tank, the support, and some junglers are building a decent amount of magical protection, like a bulwark, like Thor. Thors are getting bulwark, at least in my games they are. So Sin Shard is your best option here. You also have the option to get Nice to play him if you're getting blown up by the enemy jungler who is physical. This gives you a 30 physical protection boost, along with 45 magical power and 15 penetration, which is, like I said, penetration, magical power, physical power, a little bit of everything here. Pretty good item. Now you can get Spare the Magus if everybody on the enemy team has like 40. So I think it's like 40 to 42 protections, where Spare the Magus is the best penetration options around that. So yeah, if they have all 40 to 42, you can move that Spare the Magus. Voidstone is not bad, but for the R to actually catch them, you're going to have to be relatively close, and as a mage, you're going to want to be further back. So unless they're like constantly diving you, or you're like a Zhong or someone that has to be up in their face, you're generally not going to want Voidstone. Well, I'm saying there are times you can use it. Like I said, generally I just like getting the Sin Shard. The percentage is pretty good against towers and people who build a crap ton of defense. Next, I just built two of them. Hey, shout out to League of Legends. Next item I like to get is everyone's favorite mage item. Where are you at? Where are you at? It is Raw Tootie. You can never go wrong getting Raw Tootie. Like, you literally never, ever, ever, ever can. Gives you 125 magic power. With percentage magical power, which is pretty insane. So that jumps us all the way up to 531 right here. Now the last item, as far as right here, the last item is pretty standard for me at least. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to get Soul Reaver here. Now this build will let me one-shot almost everybody. I'm saying that this will be higher because you will have Book of Thoth stacks, as well as Doom Orb stacks. And you also you have to calculate Red Buff, Fire Giant whenever you have those. And then like you legitimately can one-shot everybody. Let's just save this right here, and let's go look at your abilities. Now, Rainfire is like your biggest burst ability. This is 300 base, only 60% of. Wait, hold on, Thomas. 667. You guys don't get that. If you watch the competitive Smite, you'll get that joke. If you at least watched it like mid season 2, I think, or early fall split, you guys will get the 667 joke. If you don't get the joke, I feel so bad for you. But this has 300 base damage along with 60% magical scaling, and it's free. It does not cost any mana, and you get up to 3 at a time, so you can hit people for like, let's say, calculating base damage plus possible scaling and penetration. You're hitting someone maybe at the very least you're hitting you're hitting somebody for 1,000, but you can probably hit them for more than 1,000. I'm just taking a rough estimate. And then you're also going to have your flame wave here, possibly your dash. Like, you're going to have a crap ton of bursts with this build. Crap ton. It's disgusting. Now, there are times where this build will not totally happen. There will be times where I may not get a Doom Orb at all. And instead of a Doom Orb, I will get... Where are you at here? I'm going to find you. Instead of a Doom Orb, you can get a Chronos Pendant in here because you'll have more bombs as well as cooldown. So, well, you'll get more bombs, and plus your dash should be up more often, so help you get out of danger. But generally, I'm not too far behind to where I can't get Doom Orb. Another item you can get is Warlock Sash. So what you can do, you can start with this. You can just go Boots, Warlock Sash, then Book of Thoth, and that, and you can just get Rod and the position where Doom Orb was. Instead of like buying a whole new item, it will just pop up over here, and then you'll still get Soul Reaver. And sometimes I don't get Soul Reaver if I think I need additional health. I will get a Aethera Staff. And that's probably the only deviations I will have from this current build. Like I said, this build is pretty solid as it is. The build is pretty solid. And like I said, you hit people very, very hard. And people will report you for hacking. So if you guys like this guide, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below what guides you want to see next.